Hello, friends. You are the most welcome to Bidway's English Learning Channel. Friends, today's video we are going to watch and learn the second poem, that is Indian Viewers. Before going to start this poem, I would like to introduce you the poet of the poem, the Sarojini Naidu. Let me introduce you. Sarojini Naidu was born on 13th February 1879 and died on 2nd March 1949. She was an Indian political activist and a very famous poet. She was an important figure in India's struggle for freedom from British rule. Her work as a poet earned her the title Nightingale of India by Mahatma Gandhi. She was also called Bharat Kokila by Rabindranath Tagore. She was appointed the president of the Indian National Congress for 1925 and 1926. She was born in Hyderabad in Chatterjee family. Govinda Rajulu Naidu was her husband and had 5 children. She completed her education in University of Madras. Now it is known as a Chennai. In King's College, London and Girton College in Cambridge. Her notable works are Golden Threshold and In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. Now, dear friends, before learning the poem line by line, I would like to present a very famous Marathi song which is closely related with the poem Indian Viewers, and then we shall see the poem in details. Let's go to listen the famous Marathi song.
एक धागा सुखाचा 100 धागे दुखाचे एक धागा सुखाचा 100 धागे दुखाचे जर तारी हे वस्त्र माणसा तुझ्या आयुष्याचे एक धागा सुखाचा पांघरती जरी असला कपडा येसी उघडा जा जाती उघडा पांघरती जरी असला कपडा येती उघडा जाती उघडा कपड्यासाठी करते नाटक 3 प्रवेशांचे एक धागा सुखाचा बालपणाची रंगीत वसने तारुण्याची मुखी अंगडी बालपणाची रंगीत वसने तारुण्याची जीर्ण शाल मग शेवटी लेणे वार्धक्याचे एक धागा सुखाचा या वस्त्राते विणतो कोण एक सारखी नसती दोन या वस्त्राते विणतो कोण एक सारखी नसती दोन कुणान दिसले त्रिखंडात त्या हात विण कराते एक धागा सुखाचा 100 धागे दुःखाचे जर तारी तरी वस्त्र माणसा तुझ्या आयुष्याचे एक धागा सुखाचा
Dear friends, now you have just listened the song. I think that all the viewers got an idea about the poem. Let's start to learn the poem in details. In this poem, there are some difficult words. First, break of a day. It means early morning. मराठीमध्ये पहाट असं संबोधलं जातं. गे मीन्स चार्मिंग, चमकदार. हॉल्सियन मीन्स किंगफिशर, a bird which has colorful plumps. रंगी बिरंगी पिसे असलेला किंगफिशर पक्षी. रोज फ्रॉक फॉर इन्फॅन्ट्स. नवजात अभ्रकासाठी अंगडे किंवा झगा. फुल ऑफ नाईट मीन्स लेट इन द इव्हिनिंग, संध्याकाळ. प्लम्स मीन्स फिदर्स ऑर विंग्स. याला मराठीमध्ये पिसे असं म्हणतात. व्हेल मीन्स मॅन्टिला, डोक्यावर घ्यायचा कपडा. सॉलेम मीन्स सिरियस, गंभीर. श्राउड अ क्लोथ इन विच अ डेड पर्सन इज रॅप्ड. मराठीमध्ये कफन किंवा मृत व्यक्तीच्या अंगावर घालायचा अंथरायचा पांढरा शुभ्र कपडा. फ्युनरल मीन्स बरील, मृत व्यक्ती. लेट्स सी द पोएम इन डिटेल्स. The first stanza, which is related with young age. Indian Weavers by Sarojini Naidu sums up the life of human beings on the earth in 3 main stages by using symbols like clothes and times of the day. The journey of life begins one color, that is blue, which means joy and happiness. Childhood is the first stage which is full of happiness, freshness, hope, and beauty. In first stanza, the poetess Sarojini Naidu asks the question to the viewers when she saw they were weaving something. Oh viewers, weaving at the break of a day, why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we view the robes of a newborn child. In the first stanza, the poet asks the viewers why they weaving clothes early in the morning, which seem to be quite beautiful and charming. The clothes are blue as the wing of a halcyon wild. Halcyon is the other name of the kingfisher. The wings of the kingfisher are bright and blue in color. In addition, blue color also symbolizes loyalty and something beautiful and precious. Hence, in this stanza, the clothes viewed by the viewers are quite special, and this is why the poet is curious to know about them. The Indian viewers reply, we view the robes of a newborn child, that is, they are weaving a beautiful dress for a young one who has just came to the world. In this stanza, a number of images are used to describe the first stage of human life, like break of a day, it means early morning, garments so gay and blue as the wing of halcyon wild. This stage is full of happiness, freshness, hope, and beauty. There is no sorrow in the life. भारतीय विणकर ही सरोजिनी नायडू लिखित 3 कडव्यांची कविता आहे. विणकरांच्या कला निर्मितीतून मनुष्याच्या जीवनाचे 3 टप्पे कवयित्रींनी प्रतिकात्मक रूपात या कवितेतून व्यक्त केले आहेत. या 3 कडव्यात कवयित्री सरोजिनी नायडू भारतीय विणकरांना प्रश्न विचारित आहे. विणकर विणीत असलेल्या कपडे कोणासाठी आहेत याचे उत्तर कवयित्रीला विणकर देत आहेत. भल्या सकाळी प्रसन्न मनाने विणकर आपल्या दैनंदिन कामास सुरुवात करीत आहेत. कवयित्री विणकरांना विचारत आहे की ते इतक्या सकाळी कोणासाठी कपडे विणत आहेत. ते विणत असलेल्या कपड्यांचा रंग किंगफिशर या पक्षाच्या निळ्या पंखासारखा कवयित्रीला दिसत आहे. विणकर तिला सांगतात की नवजात बालकांसाठी सुंदर असे निळ्या रंगाचे अंगडे टोपडे ते बनवित आहेत. कवयित्रीच्या कल्पनेतून या कडव्यात बालपण साकारवत आहेत. पहाटेची वेळ जशी दिवसाची सुरुवात होते त्याचप्रमाणे बाल्यावस्था ही जीवनाची सुरुवात आहे. निळा रंग सुंदरतेचे प्रतीक. बाल्यावस्था ही अवस्था आनंदीपणा, उत्साहितपणा, आशा व प्रफुल्लितपणाने सजलेली आहे. इन the second stanza, which is related with youth or adulthood, the adult stage of life is more active than the childhood stage. During this stage, humans are quite active. They love each other, get married, and quest for a better and prosperous life. Sorrow and happiness, or struggle and ease in one's adult stage, or ups and downs of life makes the adulthood bright. Weavers weaving at a fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright, like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green? We view the marriage veils of a queen. In the second stanza, the poet again meets the Indian viewers, this time during the fall of night. It probably refers to the evening or dusk time when the sun sets and darkness paves the way. Moreover, it is also the time during which most of the Indian marriages take place. The poet questions the viewers why they view a garment so bright, like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. The garment at this time is bright and full of colors like feathers of peacock, unlike the one color blue during the morning time. The viewers reply that they view the marriage veils of a queen. So, referring to the second stanza, or in other words, adult stage of the life. During this stage, humans are quite active. They love each other, get married, and quest for a better and prosperous life. The colors purple and green symbolizes sorrow and happiness, or struggle and ease in one's adult stage, and these all colors are up and downs of life make the adulthood bright. सूर्यास्त झाल्यानंतर संध्याकाळी सुद्धा कवयित्रीला विणकर कपडे विणताना दिसत आहेत. या रम्य संध्याकाळी ते विणकर इतके सुंदर भरजारी कपडे कोणासाठी विणत आहेत असा प्रश्न त्यांना विचारित आहे. ते विणीत असलेले कपडे मोरपंखी हिरव्या व जांभळ्या रंगाची दिसत आहेत. हे रंग जीवनाची दुसरी अवस्था म्हणजेच तारुण्य किंवा प्रौढ अवस्थेचे प्रतीक आहेत. याच अवस्थेत तरुण वैवाहिक जीवनात प्रवेश करतात. सर्वसामान्यपणे भारतीय विवाह हे संध्याकाळी होत असत. विणकर विणीत असलेले मोरपंखी वस्त्रे ही ते राणीसाठी लग्नाचा पोशाख तयार करण्यासाठी विणत आहेत. या अवस्थेत तरुण वैवाहिक जीवनात प्रवेश करतात. सक्रियता व प्रेम आणि जीवनातील विपुलता याच अवस्थेत होते. याच अवस्थेत तरुण जीवनातील चढ उतार अनुभवतात. हिरवा आणि जांभळा रंग सुख व दुःखाचे प्रतीक आहे. नाऊ सी द थर्ड and final stanza of the poem. This stanza is related with an old age. An old age is quite sorrowful. In this stage, life becomes colorless and faint. The whole body trembles and wrinkles on the faces. Hair becomes as white as snow. It is the beginning, the journey of death. See the stanza. Weavers weaving solemn and still. What do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud. We weave a dead man's funeral shroud. In the final stanza, the poet finds the weavers solemn and still. That is, they are quite sorrowful, grieve and silent. They are weaving something weird in the moonlight chill. That is, in the dead of the night, which is white as a feather and white as a cloud. That is colorless and lifeless. As the poet fails to figure out what it is, that cloth, and why they are sorrowful and silent, she asks them, what are they weaving, rather than why are they weaving shroud for a dead person? So the third and final stage is death, which is emotional and lifeless, like a white cloud or feather. In this way, the life which begins with a joy, hope, and ends with sorrow and grief. तिसऱ्या कडव्यात कवित्रीने जीवनाचे अंतिम सत्य सांगितले आहे. रात्रीच्या शीतल चंद्रप्रकाशात विणकर शांत परंतु गंभीरपणे निस्तेजपणे थकलेल्या अवस्थेत अंधाऱ्या परंतु चंद्राच्या प्रकाशात अजूनही वस्त्रे विणीत असलेले कवयित्रीला दिसतात. यावेळी विणकर मात्र निळे किंवा मोरपंखी रंगाऐवजी पांढऱ्या शुभ्र ढगासारखे शुभ्र धवल वस्त्रे विणताना तिला दिसतात. कवयित्री गंभीरपणे विणकरांना ही पांढरी वस्त्रे कोणासाठी आहेत विचारल्यावर ती वस्त्रे किंवा कापड प्रेतावर झाकण्यासाठी असल्याचे तिला समजते. वरील 2 कडव्यात विणकरांना का असा प्रश्न विचारणारी कवयित्री शेवटी विणकरांना काय विणत आहेत असा प्रश्न करीत आहे. कारण ते विणत असलेले ते पांढरे वस्त्र हे भावनाहीन जीवनविरहित अनिश्चिततेच्या त्या पांढऱ्या ढगाप्रमाणे कवयित्रीला वाटतात. जीवनाची सुरुवात आनंद आशा सुखदुःखाने भरून त्याचा शेवट दुःख व निराशेने होतो असे या कवितेतून व्यक्त होते. या कवितेतून जीवनातील महत्त्वाच्या 3 टप्प्याचे दर्शन 3 कडव्यात कवयित्रीने या ठिकाणी व्यक्त केले आहे. सर्वप्रथम निळा रंग व पहाट ही बाल्य अवस्थेचे प्रतीक आहे. त्यानंतर हिरवा रंग व जांभळा रंग व संध्याकाळ ही प्रौढ अवस्था किंवा तारुण्य अवस्थेचे प्रतीक आहे. त्यानंतर पांढरा रंग किंवा शुभ्र धवल किंवा चंद्रप्रकाश हे वार्धक्य म्हणजेच म्हातारपण अवस्थेचे प्रतीक आहे. फ्रेंड्स, the poet has used in this poem 3 different times of a day. In first stanza, you have seen a break of day. It means early morning, when the poet saw weavers weave the robes for infants. In second stanza, a fall of night, it means late in the evening. Here, the poet Sarojini Naidu saw the weavers were weaving a wedding veil for a queen. And last and final stanza, there a moonlight chill, it means night. The poetess saw here weavers were weaving a shroud for a dead man's funeral. In this poem, the poet has used several poetic devices such as simile, alliteration, metaphor, imagery, and etc. Then you can observe an appreciation of the poem, about the poem, poet, and the title. Then the theme of the poem, Indian weavers, poetic style of the poem, the language of the poem, and special features of the poem Indian viewers. And final, the message or value or morals in the poem. You can study independently. Here, friends, I have tried to explain the poem in detail. If you like, share it, comment it, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video. See you very soon with third poem. Goodbye.